Alison MacKay has played violone and double bass with Tafelmusik since 1976. She holds a Master of Arts in Musicology from the University of Toronto. Active in Tafelmusik educational outreach program, she has created a number of school projects for the orchestra, including the Four Seasons Project, a cross-cultural, multidisciplinary arts curriculum for students in grade 6. She has designed and scripted several concert programs for Tafelmusik and was coordinator of Metamorphosis, a Toronto-wide festival of transformation and the arts. Miss MacKay joins me on the line from Toronto. Miss MacKay, thank you so much for joining me today.
Oh, thanks so much for having me. I'm really looking forward to being in Kingston tonight.
Yes, and actually, on the way to the studio today, I saw the truck pulling up, the Tafelmusik truck.
Oh, yes, they have to, there's a big truck has to come ahead of us because we've got this fantastic set that stands behind the orchestra, but it needs a couple of hours of setup time.
Yeah, and a couple of men, too, and they're actually pulling out your bass just as I was walking by.
Oh, yes.
And I'm actually not sure if it was a bass or a small elephant. That thing's huge.
I know, it's big. It's in a big white shipping case, so it makes quite an impression. That's my shipping case for flying, and it always makes quite an impression at the check-in counter, as you can imagine.
Absolutely. And you're lucky to have people to help you out with that.
Yes, very, very lucky. We have a fantastic production team that looks after everything for us.
Great. Well, the program you're presenting tonight here in Kingston is celebrating Galileo's 400th anniversary of inventing the telescope and connecting it to music. Can you tell me a little bit about what the audiences are in for tonight?
Yes. Galileo didn't actually invent the telescope, but he was the first one to use it for looking at the night sky for astronomical uses, and he first did that in 1609, and it makes a great topic for us because that was right at the time of the sort of creation of the style of Baroque music that we play, and so we're playing some of our favorite music from the 17th and 18th century, set in the context of a narrated script about the world of Baroque astronomers and some of the achievements of Galileo and Newton. And then it's all backlit with a huge round 12-foot screen that's set into a stand, sort of like a Baroque astrolabe. And there are about 70 or 80 images, both taken from the Earth and from the European Space Telescope, that relate to things that we're talking about in the script.
Wow, so very much a theatrical presentation tonight at Grant Hall.
Yes, it is, and it's the first time that the orchestra has taken on the task of memorizing all of our music. It's something, of course, we do for piano recitals when we're young and so on, but I've never heard of another orchestra doing it because it's a very daunting task to memorize that much, many inner viola parts and things like that. And but because we don't have music stands, we're not kind of stuck in one place on stage, and we also don't have to play in bright lights. So we've been able to experiment with stage movement, with going out into the audience, and with having a lighting design for the first time.
Oh, wow. So I'm very much looking forward to the show tonight. It's actually just about sold out. So
great.
For people listening, they should get their tickets as soon as possible because there's only a few hours to go. And I've noticed, actually, this afternoon, I'm a member of the Queen's School of Music, a violin major. And
great.
I'm going to a master class hosted by some members of Tafelmusik.
Yes.
So education seems to be a huge part of the mandate. Can you tell me a little bit about what Tafelmusik does educationally, and why do you think that's important?
Yes, we have programs for all ages. We do programs for elementary schools, for high school orchestras, and then we have something which is a very central part of our year, a 2-week summer workshop at the beginning of June for university students, pre-professional students, and professional musicians who are perhaps interested in getting into playing in Baroque style on Baroque instruments. And there are lots of reasons for doing that. Just kind of, we love this music so much, spreading the word about, I guess what we've learned over the years about performing it. But also, several members of the orchestra were students at that workshop, and it's very exciting to be helping to bring along the next generation.
Yeah, so I have had colleagues who've attended the workshop and very much enjoyed it.
Oh, good. Oh, that's great. Well, the orchestra really has a lot of fun with the students who come, and we form an orchestra with them, and so we all play together, and it's a very exciting couple of weeks.
Exactly. Now, Tafelmusik, it's all about using these, creating Baroque music as authentic as possible, and authenticity, of course, is very important, but how far do you think it can be taken? Because I've heard someone say, just this past week, maybe tongue-in-cheekly, of course, that people are going to be creating 1920s Steinways soon. How important
Yeah.
is the instrument itself for authenticity?
Yes, I mean, of course, there isn't any way that you can create the whole experience of being a person or a performer. There's a great deal that we don't know, and even as far as the kind of performing circumstances, it's a new century and quite a different thing. But for us, the central thing that helps us to bring the music alive, to just try to approach the kind of sonic world and the world of articulations in bowing and in tonguing wind instruments that come from the sort of sound world of the composers who created the music. So for us, it's just something about getting to the heart of what the music is all about, not trying to recreate a museum piece.
Okay. And, of course, the instrument cases are not period.
That's right.